what's a sucker to me? A sucker is a nigga who pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like if you see a nigga and you I'm not going because this.
I won't fuck with him, but I'll fuck with this one.
Yeah, I think I can take him.
Right.
You want to fight the nigga you think you can beat.
Yeah. You got wherever you at, you gotta move militant, because niggas will kill you over the smallest thing, especially if you an artist. Like rappers die more than anybody.
50 Cent's refusal to bow to Houston's check-in culture put him head-to-head with Jay Prince, sparking years of quiet and public shots. Tony Yayo breaks down why G-Unit moves militant, using the NBA YoungBoy incident as proof that street politics are risky, outdated, and bad for long-term survival.
So when you come talking to me, I feel...
The whole thing starts in the early 2020s when 50 Cent rolls into Houston and immediately throws the biggest middle finger you can give to the city's long-standing check-in culture. And not a cute, polite, oh, I didn't know the rules type of thing. No, he flat out refuses. The unwritten law says if you're an artist coming into Houston, you've got to pay your respects to Jay Prince, the city's shadow power broker. But 50's not about to bend the knee to anybody, let alone a guy who's been running Houston's street politics for decades.
You know the Fed's coming. Now it look like, with that indictment with them, it look like more of a New York thing. Because in New York, the Feds come fast. You know they don't play, bro.
And right there, you have the perfect recipe for tension. A man who demands the rules be followed versus a man who built his entire brand on never following anyone's rules. It's like trying to shove a lion into a kennel. Good luck with that. Then you have Tony Yayo, G-Unit's mouthpiece, who's basically the crew's unofficial, say what everyone else is thinking guy. He's been everywhere, Houston, LA, you name it, and he's never bowed to any so-called street boss. He looks at the whole check-in ritual like it's some kind of scam wrapped up in a bow of respect.
No. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just go to their hotel and move militant. You know what I'm saying? When you move around the city, bro, you got to be careful. And that's just, we dealing with G-Unit. Niggas had a lot of drama.
For Yayo, the code is simple. Move militant, keep a low profile, run your own security, and don't give anyone the chance to line you up. That's not a theory they came up with last week. This is a mindset G-Unit's been locked into since the mid-2000s, when beef was practically their side hustle. To them, checking in is just glorified extortion with extra steps. You pay, they protect you, until they don't. And that's if you're lucky enough for it to stop at just losing money.
We dealing with G-Unit. Niggas had a lot of drama. So niggas had to move militant. Niggas ain't just going to the mall and just going here with jewelry on and this and that. And you gotta move militant, bro.
Yayo's got plenty of stories to back it up, but one of his favorite examples isn't even from Houston. It's from Los Angeles. He paints the picture perfectly. He pulls up to Big U's studio, the guy tied to the Rollin 60s, one of LA's most recognized sets. But Yayo's not rolling in with a flashy car or diamonds dripping down his neck. Nah, he's in a beat-up ride that looks like it barely made it down the street. Why? Because the more you shine, the more you're a target. Big U, to his credit, never asked for a dime. No monthly tax, no. You're in my city, so you owe me. And for Yayo, that's how it should be. If you're cool, you're cool. No invoices attached.
Especially if you an artist, like rappers die more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta move militant, bro. You don't need to just be out there. That's why assistants are there. Go to the store for you. Go pick up food for you. Go.
This is where Yayo points out the big cultural difference. New York and LA run on totally different rules. In New York, you don't check in, period. G-Unit's been traveling coast to coast since at least 2004 or 2005 without once paying tribute to some local big shot. And they're still standing. That alone tells you something. In LA, the politics are deeper, the alliance is more layered, but even there, Yayo's advice is to skip the street ceremonies and just move militant. Book a secure hotel, don't wander around like a tourist. Send your assistants for anything that requires you to be outside. And for the love of God, stop wearing your life savings around your neck in public.
They're making so much money right now, so why throw it out the window? You gotta...
He's blunt about it. Rappers are walking targets. Rappers die more than anybody, he says. And he's not exaggerating, as every few months there's another headline proving him right. That's why his playbook is so stripped down. Keep your movement tight, avoid unnecessary exposure, and treat every public interaction like it's potentially a setup. Because honestly, it might be.
Niggas actually made it. These niggas made fucking way more money than I made. I made good money, but these motherfuckers are making so much money right now. So why throw it out the window? You gotta feed your kids, your family. People miss you. People depend on you.
And here's where things get even more serious. Yayo's not just talking about random stick-ups. He's talking about the federal government watching all of this unfold like it's a TV drama. The feds are not playing anymore. In New York, they move fast. They'll scoop you up before the ink's dry on your indictment. In Atlanta, you're seeing state-level RICO charges that wipe out entire crews at once. And LA? Well, between home invasions, street robberies, and high-profile murders, it's already in the spotlight. You think the authorities aren't keeping tabs? Every big robbery, every check-in gone wrong, every public beef is basically an engraved invitation for law enforcement to step in and clean up the neighborhood.
After 50 got shot nine times,
God
right?
bless. God
Right?
bless.
After he got shot, right?
9 times. Damn, God.
He used to drive from Pennsylvania, PA, and the Poconos with a Mac 10 30-shot clip every single fucking day. We had no AC. No
Right.
AC.
He points to spots like Rodeo Drive, where luxury store stick-ups have become so common, they might as well install revolving doors for the robbers. That's not just bad PR for the city, and it's like ringing the dinner bell for the feds. They see a spike in high-profile crime, and their solution is simple. Flood the area with investigations, raids, and arrests. If you're an artist tangled up in those same circles, whether you're the target or you're paying for protection from them, congratulations, you just got yourself on the radar. And that's Yayo's whole point about the check-in system. It's not just about the money you hand over or the ego trip of some self-proclaimed street boss. It's about the chain reaction it triggers. You're tying yourself to people who might be involved in robberies, extortion, or worse. And when the hammer drops, it's not just hitting them. It's hitting anyone in their orbit. Suddenly, you're not just worried about losing your chain. You're worried about losing your freedom.
So that was you in the shoe, and he just sat there and he did the right thing. I wanted to check him out because he did the right thing.
Yeah.
He asked him about a shooting. Do you feel like because you know this is you work for the public, you know what I'm saying? You give information every day.
He's seen it in LA, where unchecked movement can lead to you getting hit at home, or even in broad daylight. And he's seen how the same thing applies in other cities, just with different players. To Yayo, the idea that you should check in for safety is laughable. In reality, you're probably safer keeping your circle small, your movements quiet, and your security in-house. Because when things go sideways, and they always do in this line of work, the people you paid to protect you aren't usually the ones standing in the line of fire. So yeah, from Houston to LA and everywhere in between, the message is the same. Don't play into a system that's designed to control you. Move militant, keep your head down, and let your assistants handle the public runs. If you've made it this far in the game, you're the valuable one, the one everyone's watching, and not always in a good way. And the less you give them to work with, the better your odds of staying exactly where you want to be. Free, alive, and in control of your own moves.
But yo, bro, you gotta think about it. People travel to LA, they wanna be in LA to be comfortable. A lot of them houses getting ran in, motherfuckers getting robbed, motherfuckers can't go to this place to go tow to go eat.
The NBA YoungBoy situation is the perfect example of why this whole check-in thing is a joke wrapped in a power play. He lands in Houston, goes about his business without kissing the ring, and like clockwork, suddenly his stuff goes missing. We're talking car keys, jewelry, and cash, not some small inconvenience. This is the kind of welcome that proves Yayo's point about how skipping the street ceremony often triggers petty retaliation.
When you see people getting robbed on Rodeo,
Yeah.
oh, you know the feds coming.
Yeah.
Because it's all about cleaning up the neighborhoods. You know the Fed's coming. Now it look like, with that indictment with them, it looked like more of a New York thing.
And then, instead of handling it like a private grown man conversation, Jay Prince jumps on Instagram with a full itemized list like he's reading off a shopping receipt. Rolls-Royce umbrellas, McLaren keys, other bits and pieces, all paraded for the internet. The whole "I got your stuff back" moment feels less like a favor and more like an audition tape for an ego award. YoungBoy saw right through it and didn't sugarcoat his reaction. He hopped on IG Live and called Prince a 60-year-old clout chaser, basically telling him that if this was really about helping, it wouldn't be broadcast for likes. The whole thing just pours gasoline on the tension. Instead of diffusing the situation, the public stunt just made it bigger, uglier, and way more personal. And this is exactly what Yayo's been warning about for years. When someone's help is tied to their need for public credit, you're not really getting help. You're getting a PR move at your expense. It's all part of a bigger power play, the kind that thrives on appearances and intimidation, not actual loyalty or safety. In YoungBoy's case, the whole thing just reinforced that refusing to check in means you're automatically a target for either a lesson or a show. Either way, it's not about protection, it's about proving a point. And that's just scratching the surface of how deep this power struggle really goes. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next chapter, because trust me, it only gets messier from here.